Or it's not streaming, but it's you know it's uploading. It's scheduled to come out. Each episode is, so that has the same kind of fighting style too. Now that one was actually harder than For Honor, to believe it or not, because like on that one you could have a shield, the head helmet, and if you wanted to defend your head in combat, you could put that helmet down to where it was over your face. But then you only had like two lines that you could look out of, and if you weren't good with doing that, then it's really hard in combat. And then like whenever you bled, everything would turn red, and you'd have blood all over the screen, and it was really interesting. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So okay, so we're doing pretty good now. Now, gaming is now the largest segment of the entertainment industry. It's surpassing films and music combined. This growth was driven by the convergence of internet gaming, console, and mobile platforms. I find it really, really odd that, and I'm the one that brought this up last year too in this stream, Gaming with Infamous, but and I really love the idea of taking credit for something that I came up with first. But I was the one who said that AI was going to be an issue back when people who were doing voiceovers for video games were talking to the SAG, which is also the ones who are responsible for the video game sounds, the voices, because most of them are voice actors, which you know what I mean. So SAG had to go into court and negotiate for the voice actors who are doing the video games, so that the AI couldn't infringe on their jobs. You know what I mean? They can't go in and just distill their voice and turn it into what they wanted. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and I like the fact too that I was the one who first came up with that. So I think that gaming has become the largest section in the entertainment industry, but you're gonna see AI move in, and things are going to really take off in a whole lot of directions. I don't think video games are going to be the only big thing in town like it has been. I do think that AI is going to be a big game changer. They're already talking about adding AI into video games. So we're going to have video games with AI, and all we need now is the sex bots. And once we have the sex box, we can put the AI into the sex bots, and we're all set. We're good to go. Life is grand, and Maxie will finally be able to play his video games with his sex bot. So all is well. Now, online gaming has become a cornerstone of modern social interaction, enabling players to connect across geographic and cultural divides. Games like World of Warcraft and Among Us exemplify the power of gaming as a social media. I tried to play World of Warcraft one time, but they wanted me to pay for it, and then after you pay for it, you have to pay by the month, which, if you haven't noticed, I mentioned it before, I have a problem with that, paying a monthly fee to play a video game, and if you don't pay that fee, you lose the game. So I never did try that. Now, when it comes to gaming in social medium as a social medium, yeah, it has done a lot. But I think that a lot of credit needs to go towards Steam too, because like a lot of the stuff that I've been reading, they keep talking about all these other companies, and it's really just a big old sales advertisement, with the stuff I've pulled up here. But in reality, I believe that Steam played a big part in a lot of this stuff taking place. If it wasn't for Steam, we wouldn't have a lot of things that are going on right now. And a lot of these companies really, for the longest time, did not like Steam. They considered it a threat, is what it was. And like I was saying about the early 2000s with Xbox and PlayStation, they did not want to have cross-platform anything. And I think they finally caught on and realized that platforms like Steam and Galaxy of Games and Epic, all of these platforms were out, and they're here and they're gonna stay, and that's when they decided, well, maybe we should just kind of catch on to the bandwagon, because if we don't, we're going to be going bye-bye real soon, so that was something that really, I believe, influenced them the most, was the fact that they had to either conform or they're going to lose out. So I'm checking the chats. It doesn't look like anybody wants to say anything, which is fine. That means I've survived another day of not having to talk to anybody in chat over the internet. I find it really weird that you have to actually do what they call a shout out to people and say stuff to them. Like, that's just so gay, you know what I mean? So far it looks like everything is kosher. Now I haven't got X Pro up, so I should probably check X Pro, find out what's going on there. I really don't enjoy doing that at all, so I'll find out if anybody has said anything in X Pro, and if they haven't, then I will just go ahead and finish off with what it is that I've started, and be done with it. Now, that's good. That means nobody has been on there. It took so long for that to boot up. So it sounds like I have made it through. What I've been doing here lately is getting everything uploaded to X and Rumble. I've already got everything that I need done on YouTube, but I have been putting things on X and Rumble. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming your guys' way. I also want to tell everybody that I have finished with my editing on Saints Row the Third, and I have started scheduling Saints Row 2 to come out after that. That's on all the platforms that I'm putting the games on, which is that's Rumble and YouTube. So those are coming out, and they'll be available. Not right now, but they will be coming out. I have everything scheduled, so just because I have them edited and up on the internet doesn't mean they come out this day. That just means that they are coming out. So I just wanted to make sure that that's available. And on my retro games, I do want to let everybody know that I will be getting back into some form of retro. It's just I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Now Rapid is talking about doing a 5-year anniversary for Nostalgia Gaming Retro. So if you guys are interested in supporting him on that, he's been working with retro games for quite a long time. I suggest you go over there and check it out. He's done a lot of good things, and you have the you have the whole bunch of good people who go in there and actually do games with him, like Disney Magic Zach, somebody that I've mentioned on here before and I've had on here. He he goes on there and he does a lot of games with them as well. And well, if you guys want to check him out, and you're into Walt Disney World, check him out. And Middle Age Magic, they all hang out together and do retro games with Rapid and talk about Walt Disney World and get all frisky on the internet and talk about English stuff. So you can't miss that. And like Middle Age Magic is like two older women my age, and they love to talk about food, and like that's the one thing. If you want infamous happy, dude, you just have two English women talking about food. I'll be happy as a lark. Like when you see all those videos where these English women are cooking food and talking about it, that's just so cool to me. I love it, the accent and stuff. But talking about Disney food on top of it, man. If you guys have a chance, check out my home away from YouTube clips that I have with them on there, where we talk about different topics and stuff. I have them posting up right now on Rumble. I think they're done on YouTube already, but I do have them posting up on Rumble as well as on X. We have pretty good conversation there, so they're not very long, but they're long enough to where you can actually enjoy what you're listening to. So that's for you guys on Rumble and X. And let me see, I've wasted enough time, haven't I? Let me find out. Oh yeah, 56 minutes. That means I am almost done. Now, gaming has driven advances in graphics processing, artificial intelligence, and network infrastructures, influencing fields far beyond entertainment. I believe that is true. I just mentioned the stuff about artificial intelligence. The network infrastructure, I have to say that is true as well when it comes to what I was talking about earlier, when it comes to this cloud network stuff. That's some pretty intense things, especially when it comes to like lag and latency in games. If they can apply that to like a VoIP system, where you can actually get on a VoIP and be able to communicate in real time without latency, that would be a big deal too. I know a few musicians who would love to jam out together, but they don't have the opportunity to do that because there's too much latency on their VoIPs. And when I say VoIPs, I'm talking about like Discord, or like Discord, freaking, Jitsi, stuff of that nature, Skype, they try to play with one another, and they aren't able to actually coordinate together, because one person is playing and trying to listen to where the other person's at, and when they start, it's all a big mess. It's mush. That's the best way to explain it. I've had a lot of people coming up with suggestions and everything on how to straighten that out. I'm looking into it, but at the moment I haven't really had the time to do that. So that's one thing that I can see this technology that's going into gaming being beneficial towards when it comes to music, with people who are doing music live right there on the spot. I think that's where this would be the logical next step for this kind of technology to be.